now officially recording. This is Inside the Mosh's first ever podcast where I'm going to be talking to you guys about rock and metal music, stuff that's going on at the moment, and anything that you guys who are live in the comments right now will be asking me about. If you guys are interested, you know, send me a message right now while you're live. If you guys want to have a look at the camera and say hi to the camera, you're there, camera reception and all that kind of crazy cool stuff. It's been kind of a bit mental here for us in the past week or so, 2 weeks basically, because we've only just started up the channel a few weeks ago and it's gone pretty insane. We've got pretty big interviews with Raging Speedhorn and loads of other local bands that have been playing in Fuel and Cardiff. We've got 6 people watching. Hello! Obviously you guys are listening to this back on YouTube. It's gonna be, I don't know how many there will be. So this is a bit different. Hello John, who's watching. Hello. Hey Robert. But it's been going really well. One of our latest interviews has got almost 500 views, which is kind of insane considering I posted it up yesterday, I believe. So yeah, that's our interview with Normandy that we did while we were at Fuel nightclub. Really cool. Currently standing at almost, it was 454 views so far, which is doing great, and it's been so much fun being able to catch up with bands and in a kind of different ways to ones that I've done it before, and it's kind of a reason why I'm rambling right now on this is because I'm really nervous, and I hope you guys can't tell, but I've been live on air for Express Radio before, but this is different because there's a camera on my face and that's really weird. So yeah, and it's also the same with the interviews that we're doing. It's a totally different dimension to them when you've got both the audio and the video going up, and it's all up on YouTube for the whole world to see and to comment on. Like, the comments is really interesting and really weird. So yeah, that's really odd. If there's anything you guys want me to talk about in this podcast or in future podcasts, if you're watching this on YouTube, send me a message in the comments below. And you know, there's no point just listening to what I have to say. I want to know what you guys want me to talk about as well. Hello, I'm Hayden. Hello. It's really cool people are watching from back home, as well as in Cardiff and all over the place, which is really nice. I should probably talk about some music then, I guess. For me, the biggest thing that's happened in music in the past few days, well, really that happened, yeah, a few days ago, was Periphery's new album coming out, which I am obsessed by. It's called Select Difficulty, it's Periphery 3, and they seem to be continuing on with the whole like computer programming Zyber stuff that they were doing in Alpha and Omega that they released only last year. And I don't know if any of you guys are the same, but I was absolutely blown away with the fact that they, you know, actually were able to produce another album within a year? Especially within a year of a double, like, release. So that's kind of all been a bit mental. For me, the favourite song of that is The Price Is Wrong so far, but I'm going to be doing a full album review to go up on the website, which will be one of our first album review that will be going up on the website in a few days, hopefully. They've been kind enough to have been sent that song, well, the whole album actually, to review, so that's going to be quite fun to review and listen to, especially because I'm a huge fan of Periphery, and so lots of people, I think it's the horrible thing, they haven't changed their sound, you know, it's still very distinctly Periphery, but I think people sometimes get a little bit weird about it if it's not necessarily the best song they've ever heard in their life. If it's not like the best album they've ever heard in their life, then instantly they have to feel like they have to comment on YouTube and like blanket it as like bad, which it isn't bad at all, in my opinion. It's awesome, and I think everyone is entitled to their opinion. If you think this isn't the best Periphery or whatever band you've ever heard in your life, you're entitled to that opinion. I'm not going to tell you can't say that, of course I'm not, but I don't feel like that gives you the right to go out and say, no, shit, it's the worst thing ever, my god, you guys are so late. You know, if you look at any album that's just come out and you look down in the comments on YouTube, it is literally a 50-50 split, and it's really upsetting. And can you imagine if people were reacting to you like that? Which I think is a very important thing to consider, that these people, at the end of the day, they're people, and you're basically But you're entitled to an opinion. No musician or artist is ever going to go, oh, you have to like my stuff. But you should also be respectful that this is what people are spending their lives on. So that's a bit of a rant I have at the moment, because that's been going on a lot recently. Yeah, I feel like you should just be respectful of any way that people decide to spend their lives and what to do. And at the end of the day, they're making music. They could be working in a bank making a shit ton of money for themselves, but no, they're making music for them and for you. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. Does anyone have a different opinion to me? It would be kind of interesting if you did, because that would be fun. Hello, Owen. I do like potatoes. I love potatoes, actually. I've had potatoes for a while. Don't know why. Don't want to go off on a potato rant, but I reckon... Oh no, last potato I had was in the form of a potato waffle. That was good. Potato waffles and fried eggs. Which the fried eggs, funny story, failed epically. And then ended up being weird, scrambled shit. So yeah, I got a laugh for that on the live stream. I thought you guys would like my cooking disasters. Anyway, it's not very rock and metal, is it? Failing to fry eggs and ending up scrambling them. So, I'm a failure in that kind of respect. But what wasn't a failure was waking up this morning to have for breakfast garlic bread. A whole loaf of garlic bread. But yeah, that's really good. This is generally what happens on any of my podcasts or live on Express Radio. Is I just start talking about food or random crap that's happened to me throughout the day. So that's fun. Yeah, what else do I want to talk to you about? Speaking of new music and stuff, also the same day, on Friday, same day Periphery released their album. Korn released their brand new song, Rotting in Vain. I don't know if any of you guys have heard it yet. If not, there's going to be a link in the description of the YouTube video. Anyone who's live streaming it now, turn me off and go and watch it. It is really good. And I don't know if it's the English lit freak in me that's seeing this, but there's a lot of Edgar Allan Poe imagery. You know, there's a guy, there's a top hat, everything's all black, it's all very steampunk gothic-y. There's a raven / crow. For me it kind of has a lot of that kind of imagery in it, and I'm not sure what they're trying to say through that, or if that's intentional, if that's me just reading too much into it or not. I really don't know. But that's really good. I really like that. Korn keep being a band that I keep saying I need to really like get my teeth into a lot, and then I end up not doing it, and I don't know why, because I'm being an idiot. It's just mainly the amount of time. Hello, Danielle! Danielle's watching. My favourite Irish girl. They're really good. We saw them at Download Festival, which is over a month ago now, which makes me really, really upset. There was like a month ago that we saw them, and you know, when we saw them and they were playing Freak on a Leash, it was kind of one of the main times when I went mental in the mosh pit and in the crowd. It was just really, really enjoyable. I've seen them twice now. Once when they were supporting Slipknot, and once then at Download. I don't think I've seen them any other time. I don't know. But I think they're back in full force really. Apparently they're going to be having an album coming out. It's called The Serenity of Suffering. The alliteration and assonance on albums sometimes is really, really getting to me. And I'm just like, doesn't help a girl who occasionally has a little bit of a lisp and stutters a bit when she's nervous and then is speaking this out loud. Is making a lot of excuses for herself. But this is going well. Hello Alan and Jazz. Hello, friends from Pembrokeshire. How are you doing? Is it rainy? No, it's not raining here yet. Okay, Jack Hopkins is watching and you're at work. I know you're at work, or you should be anyway. Owen, no one should ever make you decide not to go to Download. To be fair, I can't say that. This was the first Download I ever went to. My God, it was good. There's still you can't see this. People on YouTube, you're not going to be able to see this. People on the live stream, you're going to see this. Over there's a green bag, and in there are my Download shoes. Still haven't cleaned them. I still can't clean them because they are so caked in shit, and well, not actual shit, but like mud from Download, that I just can't be asked to do it yet. I'll put a little picture here for people on YouTube. No, Jack, you closed at 9? Why? I was actually going to come down to Fuel for a drink before I decided not to do this, so I would have been heartbroken. I'd have walked into town and I wouldn't have been able to have a drink at Fuel. Fuel, for anyone who's listening on YouTube who doesn't know, Fuel is a nightclub in Cardiff where I work, and also the venue for most of the places that I've been doing my interviews recently, as they have an insane amount of live gigs happening, which is insane. And also really, really cool because it's such an intimate live show to go to, so if anyone's in the Cardiff area, I definitely recommend going there to watch a gig. There's also really, really good beer. And if you go between Monday and Thursday, it's Power Hour. Good fun, good cheap beer. Take a bit of advice from the alcoholic here. Not really, well, I say the alcoholic, I am having my after shift from last night right now. Bit of Krabbies. Not sponsored, other ginger ale, alcoholic based drinks are available and all that kind of crap. There's still 6 people, we're staying consistent at around 6 or 7 people watching, which is absolutely insane. And also terrifying that many people watching my ugly mug. Speaking of Korn, like I was saying before, has anyone been seeing, well, there's been a lot of rumours on social media earlier today about a 3-band arena tour being announced. I think it's tomorrow at 9 AM. I'm really interested to see where it goes. Lots of people are saying it's Linkin Park, Korn, and I can't remember who else now. Or maybe Papa Roach. There's lots of, you know, people suggesting bands like that, and I mean, it would be really, really cool if it was. I mean, it would be good. Fingers crossed. I mean, this is where they pull a My Chemical Romance and absolutely nothing happens, or it's a Justin Bieber tour, or Biscuit, that's the one, Jack, thank you, Limp Bizkit tour. If it happens, I'm definitely going. It'd be a lot of fun to go to, especially, but then if it's in America, I'm just going to flip. I'm just going to go to America and just say screw it, I'm going to swim, even though I can't swim, which would be good. Speaking of like shows and tours and stuff, for the next few weeks, I'm ridiculously quiet for the amount of gigs I'm going to be going to. We're going to a festival in August, so it's in about 2 weeks. But then I have nothing up until Throwfest, which is in Cardiff, in mid-August, which is going to be insane because it's between Club Bach and Fuel. You've got a load of really cool bands going, so if you guys are going to be there, hopefully we're going to be there, we're applying for press, so stay tuned. And so many people watching, hello. Very weird, like, doing this and having people watch live, because I kind of normally shut off and I pretend I'm not really speaking to anyone when I'm on the radio. Oh, camera went a little bit, there we go, got saved by my earplugs that I still have from work. But yeah, it's very odd. I decided not to put makeup on, but I think my glasses and the pixelation on my my phone camera that's doing the live stream is hopefully blurring that out a little bit, so that's all good. There's a common feature of these podcasts whenever they happen is definitely going to be like songs that I'm obsessed with at the moment, and the latest one for me, well, it's literally a song that I discovered earlier today, and I know it's going to be an obsession over the next few days or the next coming weeks and stuff. I got sent a press release for the latest Five Finger Death Punch single and video that they've just released off their album that's already out. It's called I Apologise, and it is so sad, but so good. Yeah, it's kind of, the lead singer is kind of walking through, I think it's a graveyard somewhere in America, and it's filled with all like famous people who have died. It's Janis Joplin, Kurt Cobain, loads of musicians, and he's basically saying sorry to them all. There's, again, I'm going back to the imagery that was in the Korn video, well, me reading too much into videos probably, but like him having a drink and like he's literally digging what I believe is his own grave. I don't know if it's his or it's someone else's or something like that, but it's really sad. But his voice is beautiful and I know I'm going to be obsessed by it. The other song I've been obsessed by recently is a lot of Shinedown stuff. Cut the Cord is one that I listen to a lot whenever I'm feeling like down or I need a song to get me really like back up again. Then it's definitely the one that I choose to listen to. But I know this one's going to be one of those ones where you kind of like have a heart-wrenching like, oh my god. like a bit of therapy, like a therapy song. It's one of them. So that's gonna be fun. I'm getting lots of likes and stuff. Hey, my mum's watching. Yay! Hey, mum. Hopefully she's still watching. Otherwise, that was totally pointless. Yeah, I'm gonna have to show my mum. I'm going home on Monday. Well, tomorrow, which is gonna be nice. I haven't seen my family for a while, so going up to good old rainy West Wales, as you guys were speaking about earlier. Hopefully I'll take some of the absolute stifling heat that's been going on down here in Cardiff back up there, because it has been absolutely boiling here. We've had the window open for our bedroom for like, I want to say at least 4 days. We just haven't closed it. It's been mental, way too hot. And yeah, I mean, I'm one of those people that doesn't really function in heat. And if you watch some of the interviews I've been doing outside Fuel recently, plugging them here, we're all talking about how hot it is, because, you know, we're in Wembley Street in the centre, and it's just, you know, that kind of really close heat where you can hardly breathe kind of thing. Especially hard at work and at gigs, where you kind of feel like you start to get that panicky, short of breath kind of thing. Which ain't too great as the feeling, but, you know, it was kind of nice for, you know, especially when you're interviewing European bands or bands from America, like we have been in the past few weeks. It's kind of nice for them to come to Cardiff and not to be complaining about the weather. So that's one bonus that comes from all of this, I guess. That they're happy and I'm just there like sweating all over, which is rather undignified, but I mean, they always find me complaining funny, so I don't know. Speaking of which, what kind of gigs are any of you guys watching now, or in any time or ether that you guys are watching this? What bands and gigs are you guys looking forward to seeing soon? When's the next gig that you guys are going to? Will I be seeing you there? If so, then that'd be really cool, because it'd be nice to meet up with more people at gigs. Before gigs, after gigs, stuff like that, just to see what everyone's going to. And I'm very interested in watching and going to gigs of bands that I haven't already seen before, because that's starting to happen quite a lot now. Or you know, up and coming bands. So if you guys have anyone you want to recommend to me, that'd be absolutely amazing. I'm just gonna carry on nursing this like Krabby's ginger beer. Sorry if this podcast is a little bit like wavy in and out, just talking about a few things. Currently I'm not using the system that I'm wanting to use. My audio kit is sitting over there, not working, because I hate technology. Currently this is the most amount of technology I can deal with right now, but I'm gonna be sorting it out. Hopefully really soon. Hopefully by the time I do my next podcast, it should all be really good. The audio will hopefully be a lot better. And yeah, hopefully overall it'll be a lot more of a slick experience. Let me know if this is something you guys want to see more of, just like a generalised chat about like music that's coming up, or stuff that I'm listening to, interested in, any music that I speak about in this interview, in this podcast. I'll be putting links to in the description to the video when I put it up on YouTube. So anything that I talk about that you guys are interested in, just click on that and you guys can find a link straight away to it, because who can be bothered to spend a long time searching for music when you can have someone just give it to you right there on a plate. So yes, that's fun. It's always a very weird thing for me as a music lover. People say, oh, what's the new music that you're listening to right now? And although I will be listening to new music, quite often my obsession is a song that is new to me but was released 5 years ago, which is absolutely, it's not necessarily annoying, it just ends up being, I don't know how to explain it. It's like you can't say, oh, this is my favourite band at the moment. Oh yeah, one of the songs I'm listening to most at the moment is Backcountry by Avenged Sevenfold. And they're like, that came out years ago. Like, get with the crowd, get listening to new music. Like, and I'm like, I do, just right now, that is really amazing and it's really cool. But I think that's just even more of a compliment to that song, is the fact that even after all of these years, this is still someone's song of that moment and me finding it. So, not that I just found it, I've known that song for years, but just at the moment it's really like, good. It's very, very good. Oh, we've got a live question from Megdy. Best band of the last week? Oh, bloody hell. I'm gonna have to say the Animals as Leaders, Intervals and Pliny gig I went to in the Globe in Cardiff. We got to interview Intervals and Pliny. Interviews in the description. Who were really, really lovely guys, and the whole atmosphere of the whole gig was really amazing, because it was all very progressive, occasionally going into djenty music, Beautiful like 7-8 string guitars. The headliners, Animals as leaders, don't have a vocalist. Intervals, a lot of their music doesn't have any vocals. Pliny as well. So to go to a gig and not hear that many voices is really interesting. And, you know, something to be considered. And we're back on again, I believe, on the live stream. Hello live stream people, are you with me? I think you are. Hopefully I haven't frozen, you guys can still hear me. So yeah, I'd probably have to say that's probably my favourite gig that I've been to in the past week. The Normandy gig that I did the interview for with them, the audio of them as a band, like although all bands that I've seen, the audio is amazing, those guys really swept me away because they were doing, you know, it's a show at Fuel, and it kind of, although it was like, you know, maybe not the biggest gig they've ever done or something like that, it was still the biggest thing. It's one of the clearest audios for a show I've heard in a very, very long time. I've been ridiculously excited recently because A Day to Remember have started releasing new music again, and they're one of my favourite bands ever. I don't care what any of you guys say, they're one of my favourite bands ever. And they're another one of those bands that they'll try something new and not everyone agrees with it. The new album I'm still kind of getting into. Some of the songs I'm still getting into again. Their first single off it, Paranoia. First time I heard it I was like, not sure where I'm feeling with this, and it's growing on me, it really is, because it's so catchy. The second single they released was even better in my opinion, but I'm really happy because they have just announced that they're doing a UK tour in the autumn, and they're coming to Cardiff, and it's on my birthday, and I'm chuffed with that. I absolutely cannot wait. So that's going to be fun. I'm going to leave it on that happy note and let you guys go. I'll be recording this, well, uploading this all up to YouTube in the next 30 minutes, hopefully. So I'll send the link out on Inside the Mosh. If you guys haven't liked it, please do. This will be becoming either 2-weekly or every weekly thing, hopefully, if I can get my arse in gear. So thank you everyone who was watching on the live stream and anyone who's watching right now on YouTube. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.